end in 6 or less? Chauncey.
They will be pushed to 7.
Ooh.
At some point.
Okay.
Maybe it's wishful thinking, but I want to see good basketball. It's the NBA playoffs.
Everyone agree?
I agree. The Warriors will be pushed to 7. This isn't that 73 regular season team that went on to go to the finals. They have some weaknesses.
Fair.
But I still feel like they'll win it all.
They have no weaknesses in their starting lineup. They're not going to get pushed to 7 in no playoff series this year. They're bored with the process in the regular season. You're going to see a whole different team come playoffs.
All right, next up, 76ers season. Does it end in the NBA Finals appearance or back in the East?
I initially picked Philly to win the East when they added Jimmy and Tobias, but Joel Embiid isn't playing today. Until I see him back playing at an all-NBA level, in the East.
In the East. Enough said.
I agree.
Okay, let's move on then.
In the East.
Which franchise has a better outlook over the next 5 seasons, Paul?
76ers, I can see this Golden State Warrior breaking up in the next couple years. I see a future with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons for a long time coming.
Are you about to die? Okay, there you go. Get it out. Get it out. Let it out. We're all friends. Oh, right. Chauncey?
I still say the Warriors right now.
For 5, huh?
Yeah, I do. I mean, Steph Curry and Klay, I mean, I think they're going to sign. I don't know if they'll sign KD back, but at least Klay.
Yeah.
And guess what? There will still be other good players that want to play with the Splash Brothers.
Fair.
That's where I was going, Mr. Big Shot. That's why I'm taking the Golden State Warriors as well. They have the Splash Brothers, and they've relatively been healthy.
All right. Which team has the better home court advantage, Chauncey?
Ooh.
Home court advantage?
The better home court advantage, the better fans. I would say the better fans.
The better fans?
Well,
Philly.
Something different.
No, it's not necessarily.
Home court advantage and fans is something different. 2 different things.
Okay.
Who has the better fans? Philly. I'm biased because I played in playoff series in the Philadelphia arena.
Me too.
But are they not showing?
It is
They are nasty.
amazing. Hands down.
They are nasty.
I'll be biased because I've been in the Eastern Conference.
How is that not the same thing?
The things that people talk about.
Fans at home court?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Okay, we'll talk about it. Go on, Jalen.
The things that people say about the fans of Philadelphia are always negative. That's why I'm picking Oakland.
Wow. Okay, fair enough.
And Detroit has a kinship with the Bay.
I need the city that's the better hotbed for NBA talent. Jalen, you start.
I'm going with Philadelphia.
Okay.
Because the last time I checked, don't they have Wilt and Kobe and Rasheed
Do we
Wallace?
count Kobe?
Kobe wasn't born
Earl
in Philly.
the Pearl.
You have to be born there for it to
Kyle
count.
Lowry.
You have to be born there.
Stacey, Paul wants to argue this. He says Kobe's not
He's
Philly.
not from Philly.
Chauncey?
Well, Paul's born in Oakland, but he's an LA guy.
Yeah.
He might as well be a Boston guy.
When you talk about high school players, always talk about where they attended high school.
Philly because of Wilt by himself.
I'm going Oakland.
Of course you are.
The legend Bill Russell is from there. 2 of my heroes, Jay Kidd, Gary Payton,
Okay.
from there. Dame Dollar is from there. I'm going Oakland.
All right, fair enough.
Shout to Hook Mitchell.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant
Yeah, too.
or
Legend.
Dr. J?
Kevin Durant,
Hey, that was
a unicorn.
Think about it, though. Feel like
I had a
that's
chance to
disrespectful.
discuss this topic at the Sloan Convention, and Kevin Durant is the
Oh, did
definition.
that make you smarter? Did that make you smarter?
Fancy.
Not at all.
Clearly. Jalen, Kevin Durant.
I'm going with Julius the Dr. Irving. At the elder statesman at this table, just so you know, the work KD put in OKC was the work Dr. J was putting in the ABA. The work KD's putting in with the Warriors, Dr. J putting in with Philly. And he didn't have to leave. People like Moses came to run with him.
Chauncey?
Dr. J is one of my heroes as well.
Okay.
Came out to support my Leadership Academy recently. I love him.
I hear a but.
But? No. You're not.
Kevin Durant. I'm going with Kevin Durant.
No.
I think he was a better all-around player
Okay, last
than
one.
the Doc, but hey.
I'm going to make you guys do that another. It's tough. Steph Curry or Allen Iverson?
Whoa. I'm going with Bubba Chuck.
Okay.
Going with Bubba Chuck. I mean, I was on the wrong end of some of those buckets, I tell you.
I wanted to go with AI, but then I thought, who would he pick?
Oh.
And he picked Steph Curry.
He's a humble dude, that's all.
No doubt about it, because Steph Curry accomplished a lot of the things that he wanted to accomplish.
Okay.
But unfortunately, he wasn't able to. They both got up big-time buckets. Steph was more efficient.
Allen Iverson. Easy. He changed the culture. He was the culture of this generation. Everybody started getting tattoos, wearing the number 3.
I did.
Cornrows, wearing baggy jeans because of Allen Iverson. It went beyond the court.
I had a tattoo before AI.
Oh, trendsetter!
That's
You had one tattoo.
SportsCenter.
And you still have one.
And I got mine because of Damon Stoudemire.
Number 1. Oh, Gonzaga.
You couldn't get cornrows.
They're going to get highlights of this game right here.
Then.
2 weeks from Selection Sunday, how the top seeds fared, and you get some UFC 235 post-fight reaction. SportsCenter, midnight Eastern, also on the app. Draymond Green's jumper, still a work in progress, shooting just over 28% on wide-open jumpers this year.
Y'all really showing this right now?
According to Second Spectrum. You don't like it?
Tino Mobley from Philly, too. That's
My friend bought a phone here at Best Buy. Thinks you guys are mind readers.
Their team. But the two things that concern me, one is just the chemistry that he's trying to build right now with the Tobias Harris, who's playing great, with continuing to build that with Jimmy. He already has it with Ben Simmons, but that's one concern. But two, his conditioning, not being able to play a lot of games, and they don't practice, that much in the league anymore. So you get in these tough playoff series, his conditioning can be a factor.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It would be a concern because these injuries and being hurt, those things can linger when you're hurt, because it's gone one day, it comes back the next day. But at the end of the day, you want a healthy Joel Embiid going into the playoffs, regardless if they've developed their chemistry or got it right with Tobias Harris. I think they'll figure it out in due time. There's still time left in the season. All he needs is the last 5 to 10 games to build that kind of chemistry going into the playoffs. But I am concerned on, how he's feeling, but I think the 76ers are taking the right approach.
It's a major factor for Joel Embiid when the term injury is said, because it's been a part of each phase of his career so far. It's the reason why he probably didn't go number 1 in the draft. Prior to this season, he only played in 29% of the games. Last year against the Miami Heat, people forget, he missed the first 2 games of that series during the playoffs. And so that has to be a concern for this team. You're right about the conditioning, and the cohesion is going to be a factor, but they're so very talented. They put this team together to perform in the playoffs.
Well, let's take a look at where both of these teams actually stand right now as far as positioning heading into these playoffs. Golden State, slim half-game lead over the Nuggets for the top spot. Philly, 2.5 game back lead over the Celtics for home court advantage. The Sixers are just a half game back of the Pacers, which nobody told they were supposed to slow down. They keep on moving on, and they are in action tonight against the Magic. I think really focus on the Sixers first, Jalen, because I think we were kind of used to the Warriors and what they can and cannot do. But for the Sixers, as far as the home court advantage, how important for a young team like this?
Major, because they're a remarkably better team at home than how they play on the road, in particular defensively. Joel Embiid embodies that. Ben Simmons is a guy who's flirting with triple doubles, but at the same time, we know he's not much of a jump shooter and can't really shoot free throws. So playing at home for this team, being a chance to feed off of that home crowd, has been a big-time difference for this young basketball team who, and remember last year, got beat by the Boston Celtics in the playoffs without Kyrie Irving and without Gordon Hayward.
Well, not only is playoff position important, but they have to get out of the 4 seed. They should try to move up to like either 3 or 2 because...
Wow.
Why do they need to get out of the
3, maybe?
Because I don't think they want to see Milwaukee in the second round. That's a matchup they would likely want to see in the conference finals.
They're still going to have to see Toronto.
Yeah, but that's fine. You take Toronto.
That's not fine.
That is fine. I think they match up better with Toronto than Milwaukee. So
really?
I think they need to try to move up to either that 3rd, or if they can get to the 2 seed, which is kind of a distance. I don't think they can get there, but 3 is a better position than being in 4, seeing the Milwaukee Bucks with the way they're playing right now.
All right, Steph Curry and his team scoring a league-leading just under 119 points a game, which could be the most by any team in the league in 27 years, which
he's shooting that from half
Warriors
right there.
More. And And the 76ers made a splash at the deadline with Tobias Harris. Since then, Philly 6-2. How big of a difference has he really made? Details next.
NBA Countdown on ABC is presented by Straight Talk Wireless. Everything for less.